Tristan has kids that he neglects.
Tristan Thompson has been no help at all. He has not visited her or the baby and has not provided any financial support.
Tristan Thompson likes to pretend that he does not have another child.
Theo was conceived when Tristan was with Khloé.
He hasn't even met him yet.
Isn't it a shame that they most likely will never have the bond that brothers should?
Looks like he has no plans to acknowledge Theo's existence.
You are not a good father, period.
Tristan Thompson is receiving all of the praise from the Kardashians. Kim has been gushing over how great of a father he is, but in reality, he's a monster. He has plenty of kids out in the world that he doesn't speak to and he doesn't support in any way. He has kids he hasn't even met before. So how can he be the best father when he's doing the bare minimum? Let's get into it. Recently, I posted a video about Kim Kardashian and Tristan Thompson's bizarre relationship. She constantly praises him as a great parent when that is far from the truth. He's got a son named Prince, and supposedly Prince has been ignored. And now people in the family are calling this appalling and inexcusable. Before Tristan was with Khloé, he had a relationship with someone named Jordan Craig, and they had a baby together named Prince, who's supposedly out of the picture when it comes to Tristan Thompson's new Kardashian life. Well, now it turns out that Prince's Aunt Kai, who is Jordan's sister, is now speaking out because we saw this episode go out where Kim is calling Tristan an amazing father, and she wrote on Instagram, "It's so painful to see how Tristan can find the time to do these nice things for others but can't seem to show up and be a real parent for my nephew, Prince. So he can go and drive Kim's, kids to basketball practice and do all of these fatherly things, which we talked about in my past video, but when it comes to his own kid, he can't give him any time." She wrote, "It has been so hard to refrain from speaking up, and out of respect for my sister's privacy, I haven't for over 7 years, but this is just too much. The fact that he can take other children to school and activities in the same city, yet never sees or speaks to his own son unless it's for a party or a planned photo opportunity is appalling and inexcusable." Auntie Kai, also accuses Tristan of being less than financially supportive. According to her post, Tristan no longer pays child support and hasn't in a very long time. In fact, she even claimed that he doesn't help financially to support his son's education. So he's fully checked out as a parent, almost like he never even wanted this kid and wants to pretend he's been with Khloé and the Kardashians and that whole gang this entire time. This kind of reminds me of Paris Hilton's husband because he has a daughter who he's completely ignored, and she's actually written letters to him. She's done press as a 6-year-old asking for her dad to give her a little bit of attention. Aunt Kai also called out Kim, saying that she needs to uplift other women instead of shielding Tristan. Quote, "I don't want to believe that you are this insensitive to the fact that he's literally ignoring his children. That's nice if he's been a good friend to you, but consider our sisters before taking it to global platforms to defend this man's character." Honestly, I think that Khloé would agree with Aunt Kai on that one because he's done her so dirty, cheating on her time and time again. Why is Kim set on trying to rebrand him and give him a newfound reputation? Prince's Aunt Kai even said that he doesn't even know where his son goes to school. He knows nothing about this child, writing, "Tristan, you are not a good father if you can't be a good father to all of your children."
On the most recent episode of The Kardashians, there is a lot of Tristan Thompson. I have not watched the episode yet, but I have seen clips of Khloé and Tristan talking about their relationship. Okay, so the woman in the middle is Jordan Craig. She is the mother of Tristan's eldest son. Her sister just went off on Instagram. So Jordan is on the left. This is when she was pregnant with Prince, and her sister is on the right. And she told not a single lie. Tristan has kids that he neglects, therefore you are not a good father. Period. I don't care if you buy True a pony. You are not a good father to the rest of your kids. Therefore, you are not a good father, period. And it would be very hard for anyone to disagree with that.
So we know that Khloé and Tristan have Truth and Tatum together. And then he's also got Prince, but he's also got other children. When he was dating Khloé, he cheated on her with a model named Marley Nichols, and Marley got pregnant. They had a boy named Theo who was born in December 2021. Keep in mind that Tristan and Khloé actually went public with their relationship in fall 2016, while Jordan Craig, Prince's mother, was pregnant. pregnant. So he is like cheating. He's also like leaving women when they're pregnant and getting into new relationships. Actually, when Jordan gave birth to Prince in December 2016, Tristan shared a picture of him hugging Khloé Kardashian, acting like a full-blown relationship and not acknowledging his son Theo at all. So these kids aren't getting any attention and people are catching on. There are articles calling out Tristan for favoring his Kardashian children over his other kids. Recently, they had a birthday party for their 1-year-old Tatum, who they had through surrogacy. That was also the point where he had been exposed for cheating on her. They found out through court documents and it was a total mess. But he's posting about his son Tatum, Tatum Kardashian or Tatum Thompson or whatever. And he's never ever posted about little old Theo. One person commented under his post writing, "What about the other baby?" Tristan has admitted that Theo was his son after being exposed in a paternity test, but he has not acknowledged the child publicly since then. There are points where he's posted pictures of his Kardashian children and he's posted pictures of Prince, but he's literally never posted about Theo.
Tristan Thompson's baby mama, Marley Nichols, has come out with more information. Marley spoke to E! News and here's what she had to say. First, she said that she named the baby Theo Thompson, but Tristan Thompson is not on the birth certificate because he was not present during the birth. So technically, Theo has Tristan's last name, but Tristan isn't put down as the father on the birth certificate. She also confirmed that Theo was conceived when Tristan was with Khloé, but she said that Tristan told her that he was single and was co-parenting True with Khloé. Which I'm sorry, that's hard for me to believe because these pictures were posted and also the Kardashians are the most influenced person on social media, so how did she not know that Khloé and Tristan were still together? Did she live under a rock? And then lastly, she shared that Tristan Thompson has been no help at all. He has not visited her or the baby and has not provided any financial support. Come on, Tristan. Get it together.
Get it together, Tristan. These people write, not cool to just embrace some and not all of your children, no matter who gave birth to them. Pure reflection of who you really are as a human being. Another person writes, wait, doesn't he have another baby the same age? This person with the username Chicken Wing wrote, dude, are you really not going to acknowledge your other baby? Talking about God's grace and life lessons. How can someone that cringe even exist? Oh my, this is hard to watch. And I totally agree because you're kind of watching a father publicly reject their child in front of the world. And how do you think that child's gonna feel when they grow up and realize that everyone knows that their father abandoned them? This person writes, how about your other future king? Didn't make the cut? Another person wrote, all of your children deserve the same love. You are a really sad individual. Another person wrote, waiting on the other baby to be honored too. And finally, this dude doesn't really know God's grace. He can't with his behavior of his children. Not godly at all. God accepts all of us. And I wonder how Khloé feels about this. Is Khloé asking him not to post about Tristan? Because it makes both of them look bad. Recently, Khloé bestowed the title of Best Father on Tristan as she shared snaps of him hanging out with their 2 children. One person wrote back to Khloé on Twitter, how can Tristan be the best father if he has abandoned one of his children? Another critic compared the former couple's cringeworthy relationship to a humiliation kink. Someone wrote, not Khloé Kardashian calling Tristan the best dad. The world really is coming to an end. This report writes that one troll did offer the reality star some helpful advice, tweeting Khloé Kardashian, you better turn off those comments on your Instagram post about Tristan being a good dad. You forgot about the new baby, huh? He hasn't even met that one. Khloé took that bit of advice and turned off her Instagram comments, but the negative reactions kept spreading across Twitter. Marley did chime in, but very briefly. She just posted a picture of her and the baby on Instagram, just awaiting for the father to show face.
Tristan Thompson likes to pretend that he does not have another child with Marley Nichols, but from recent photos of Theo, who's the son of Marley Nichols and Tristan Thompson, there is no denying that he looks a lot like Tatum. Look at these 2 little cuties. They look so much alike. Isn't it a shame that they most likely will never have the bond that brothers should?
It's a tricky situation because I think most of us agree that he should be responsible for this child. But clearly it wasn't planned. He was just trying to sleep around, cheat on Khloé, and at first he denied being the child's father. So off the bat, we're not really in a good spot if he already doesn't want this kid and denying it even though it's not even born yet. Keep in mind that Khloé only ever found out about this child because Marley and Tristan had an intense legal battle over the fact that he was the father of her baby and to pay child support even though he's probably not even doing that. He has commented briefly on this situation, saying that he wants to have peace with Marley. Reports write, however, despite saying he wants to have a good relationship with Marley and their child, he's reportedly not involved in raising Theo at all. Quote, Tristan is very absent from Theo's life. He hasn't met Theo, nor has he initiated any meetings. He doesn't have any immediate plans to meet his son face to face. So really, he never wanted this kid, and he doesn't even care to acknowledge him. According to Tristan's lawyers, he's fulfilling his obligations, so hopefully he will soon step up and provide more than just a little bit of money.
Marilee recently revealed that Tristan has made zero effort to take care of his son, and he hasn't even met him yet. And now Tristan is speaking out on this situation in a new interview. However, it looks like he has no plans to acknowledge Theo's existence. Marilee had just relocated from Houston to LA, and she was suing Tristan for child support, medical expenses, and pregnancy-related costs. According to the paternity lawsuit obtained by the Mail, the baby was conceived in Houston during Tristan's 30th birthday celebrations in March 2021, and at that time, Tristan was still officially dating Khloé. Tristan, of course, immediately denied the baby was his, despite Marilee showing text messages in which Tristan offered her money to get an abortion. According to legal documents obtained by Page 6, Tristan referred to the baby as a mistake in one of the messages, and he also warned Marilee that if she keeps the baby, he will have zero involvement as a father. You know how I feel, Tristan wrote. My feelings haven't changed at all. Won't be involved at all. By the way, if you think having this baby is going to make you some money, it's completely wrong.
He was super aggressive in their lawsuit. He really did not want her to have this kid, probably because he doesn't want the responsibility, and he also didn't want Khloé to figure it out. And even though Marley proved everyone wrong that she was in fact mothering his child, he did not pay the court-ordered child support, or he hasn't yet. Though he's gonna find himself in a lot of trouble if he doesn't abide by what the judge has ordered. And according to the judge, he's gotta pay up until the child is 18. So I guess he was wrong when he told her that she wasn't gonna make a little bit of money because she ultimately won.
Tristan Thompson and Marley Nichols have officially worked out their paternity agreement. Remember when everything went down with his now confirmed baby mama number 3 and his son Theo. Tristan is set to pay $9,500 a month in child support and lawyer fees. Marley will have sole custody, and they haven't figured out a visitation plan yet, but Tristan is going on the birth certificate.
So Tristan, you are the father. And when it comes to acknowledging the paternity results, he's only ever acknowledged this child, Theo, when apologizing to Khloé. It's always really been about Khloé. You don't deserve the way I've treated you over the years. My actions have certainly not lined up with the way I view you. So he's really upset, I guess, that this child took Khloé away from him. And he probably resents the kid, especially because he fought in court to not pay any child support.
Jordan went to court to reinstate the $40,000 a month child support payment, a payment we just found out he has not been making. In this article from Radar, we see that Tristan Thompson's ex, Jordan Craig, heads to court over $40,000 per month child support payments from the NBA star. I think there's some confusion when this story first came out. Everyone assumed she was asking the court to reinstate the $40,000 because Tristan's income was about to drastically change because he was no longer in the NBA. Because as you all know, sometimes when people are on child support and their income changes, they go to court and they say, look, I need a lower payment because things have changed. But now we can kind of piece things together, and it looks like Tristan hasn't been paying anything, and that is why Jordan went to court. So it appears that Jordan has done everything by the book. She's gotten courts involved. Tristan's just not complying.
The Kardashians definitely have a hold on Tristan, and he's been a big part of their story. Like in one of their episodes, Tristan shared that he fears that the kids will feel embarrassed he's their father due to his cheating history. Quote, I never had to hold myself accountable. He said it wasn't really until I had to look at myself. I never had to hold myself accountable. We're taught, be the man and do what you please. Bros before hoes. You gotta just be your own man and not care what other people think, and don't feel like you have to get validation from others. So wait, what? Is he trying to say that he cheated on his partners because his bros were like, yeah, go get with that model, go get her pregnant? He also acknowledges that his kids are getting older, so they're gonna start hearing what the media says, and I'm sure this recent outcry from Prince's aunt isn't going down too well. He noted that his older children, True, who is 5, and Prince Oliver, who is 6.5, are at the age where they can understand what's being said about them. Quote, True is understanding stuff, and Prince understands things where they go to school and they have classmates. The last thing I ever wanted them to do was feel embarrassed that I'm their father. Quote, I think going down this journey that I've been on, especially losing my mom, I always ask myself, why do I do certain things to hurt certain people?
That's the one thing I think is bad about sports. We're groomed to be so tough with a mentality. It wasn't really until like I really had to look at myself, was like, and never used to hold myself accountable. We're taught like, be the man, do what you please, bros over hoes, all these stupid words. It's like, bro, the guy that probably made that is probably the biggest like, loser. You know, truth understanding stuff, Prince understand things where they go to school and they have classmates. Like, the last thing I want them to do is ever feel embarrassed that I'm their father.
Because Tristan Thompson has this reputation, things have been a little bit complicated because other women have come forward claiming that he's the father of their children when he actually isn't. He actually sued a woman named Kimberly Alexander for potentially damaging his reputation by claiming that he wasn't caring for her child, who she says is his son. Well, in this situation, Tristan was right because that wasn't his son, and he was pissed that she would try to set him up like this, especially because he's had so many bad stories about him out there. So he actually sued her for, I believe, $100,000, and he was able to get a $52,000 settlement because she lied on his name and her son isn't his.
So back last year, Tristan sued this woman for accusing him of being her baby daddy. Tristan got a DNA test to prove that he was not the father. And in court filings, his attorney said, to quote Michael Jackson, the kid is not his son. So last week, Tristan was granted a default judgment, and Kimberly Alexander was ordered to pay him $50,000. And this woman now is trying to raise money to pay this default judgment back to Tristan by hosting an event at Hustler Strip Club in New York on July 1st. Now that is one strip club event that Tristan Thompson might not actually be in attendance for.
Something I do want to mention is that Tristan, in my opinion, seems incredibly immature. And I don't mean that as like a shady way. I mean, like, I genuinely think that his brain like isn't mature enough to even comprehend like how being a parent is super important. Like, for instance, he went onto a podcast in May and claimed that it was easier to feel a closer bond with his daughter True than his son Prince. Well, I mean, he's around True a lot more, but he's also pulling like the gender card that he can't be as sensitive to his son. Quote, with a boy, it's just like, hey man, you'll be all right. Stop crying, he said. But with True, it's like, True, it's gonna be okay. You know, we're right here. Daddy's here to feed you. It's me. Look, yeah, it's way different, but it's fun. It changes you. Oh dear, so much for modern views about gender equality. That's what the person writes in this article. And maybe that's his excuse, which is a sad excuse. But there are other sons he has out there, and he has no desire to go and give them any type of support, any validation, yet True gets it all.
Every time I see Tristan Thompson with Khloé Kardashian's son, no matter how good of a father he's being, it always reminds me of the fact that he's got another son out there that's basically fatherless, that he gives no physical or emotional support to. And it's just like, there is no amount of being there for this child that is going to make up for his lack of the other one. And that's what happens when you make shitty mistakes. You have to live with the repercussions, because they're acting like it's all like fine and dandy and him and Khloé are good, but at what cost? The cost of him having a relationship with the other child? That's my question, because like, he's such a good father for this one, and he's now taking care of his disabled brother, but he's got a spawn out there that he doesn't really care about and has basically denied just because it happened off of a one-time fling. And if a person has the capacity to do that to one of his kids, he has the capacity to do it to all of his kids. I just feel like he's not doing it to the Kardashian kids because of who Khloé's family is.
It's a sad situation, and I feel bad for those kids who are going to go into elementary school and middle school and wonder why their father isn't paying attention to them when he's all over Instagram and he's all over the news, and they could see he's living his life and just completely ignoring them. But there's going to be more stories about this man coming out over time. I mean, at one point, his own father threatened to write a book about him. He claimed he was going to do a tell-all and expose Tristan and all of the dark Kardashian stories that he knows. So Tristan's got to watch his back. But let's go ahead and open this P.O. Box package item. I want you guys to comment below. Do you think Tristan's not a great father? It looks like this is actually from Ashley, and they are located in Kansas, and it says do not bend. Let's see like when this was sent. Oh, in September. Okay, so it's relatively new. Let's go ahead and see what Ashley sent me. If you guys ever want to send anything, I've got my P.O. Box listed below. Oh my gosh, look how cute this is. It's like an anime Sloan. Oh my gosh, cute. I love this. Oh, look. Yeah. It's focusing. I love that. Oh my gosh. Hi, Sloan. My name is Ashley, and I am a follower of yours from the state of Kansas. I came across your channel during the Free Britney movement, and I've literally been Sloan hooked, oh my gosh, ever since. You're my all-time favorite YouTuber and #1 source for celebrity chatter. I love your channel because you get to the nitty-gritty and you do not leave any stones unturned. Additionally, you do an amazing job at keeping your viewers engaged in your videos with your bubbly personality and amazing smile. Aww. I like to draw in my spare time, and I drew a picture of you. I hope you like it. Also, I'm a small business owner, and I make, homemade bakery items. You specialize in scratch-made cakes, pies, cookies, and much more. I service my local area. However, I can ship in the United States. If you can link my bakery below, it's called Sugar Studio 316 LLC. I'd really appreciate it. Of course, if anyone orders using the code SloanSentMe, they receive $5 off. Oh, that's so cute. I'll list everything below. Thank you so much for your time, and I pray you continue to elevate in success with your channel and podcast. Keep up the fantastic work. Oh, thank you, Ashley. That is such a sweet letter. I love the paper. It's all like, you know, bakery vibes, and what a cute picture. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in a new video soon. Bye, guys.